Hey, what's up you guys? It's Megan Rose. I'm back. Before we get into anything, I have a few things that I need to address. There's a lot of things that are different right now. First, I'm not using my ring light right now. You are actually on my bookshelf. I'm standing. I normally sit and film and there's just like a lot of stuff in the way, and so my ring light is just not gonna happen the way that we're set up right now. Also I'm standing, and I'm gonna warn you right now, when I stand and film, I do a lot of things like this and I get really weird and it gives me a lot of energy, so I don't know, just when I stand and I film, I don't know what happens to me, if something happens to me, so warning about that. Third thing, yeah, I'm wearing my Toddy sweatshirt again. Yeah, I wore it in the last video. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks since the last video, or 2 weeks, or something like that. Yeah, I'm still wearing it. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Anyways, also, there's these claws on my hands, except for this one because I lost it, and I think, honestly, it might have gone into my trash can. But there's these things on my fingers, which is really like weird for me, to me. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Lastly, there's a thing in my face. I got a fake nose ring off of Amazon. I don't know why, but I did. I needed it. I felt compelled. I got it. Now it's in my face. I don't know. You're probably like, but why did you get a fake nose ring? Why didn't you just pierce your nose? And I have so many reasons for you. One, I don't want another scar on my face. I have a scar. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. There's a scar right here from when I pierced my lip, and I haven't worn a lip ring in like over a year and it's still there, and I don't want another scar on my face. 2, because I'm a wimp. 3, because I can't commit to wearing it every day. 4, because I don't feel like my parents telling me that I shouldn't have stuck another needle through my face. So that's why I got a fake nose ring. I don't know, it just is what it is, okay? Don't even worry about it. Maybe next time you see me there won't be a nose ring in my face. Maybe there will be. Depends how I feel that day. That's what I mean. It's a very go with the flow type thing. I really like the fact that I can just put it in when I want it, take it out when I don't. Anyway, so now that we've addressed all of the elephants in the room, I was gonna say horses in the room. So since we've addressed them all, we're gonna get into today's video. We're gonna roll with the mental health theme, and we're gonna talk more about my anxiety. Things have actually been going really well, if anybody wants to know. I've been doing like so much better. So that's great. Anyways, so today I want to talk about some of my anxious tics that I have. We're just gonna basically talk about some little stuff that I do when I get anxious. I need to put a giant disclaimer right here. First of all, this is my personal experience. These are things that I do. This is not things that everybody does. In fact, I would really like to point out right now that anxiety, panic disorder, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, like whatever it is, it doesn't look like anything. Like mental illness doesn't look like anything. Just because I'm talking about my anxious tics doesn't mean that you, if you have anxiety, are gonna do the same things, or that you even have anxious tics. Maybe you don't. A lot of the times when I am really anxious, or even when I'm having a panic attack, I'm just sitting there and I probably look pretty normal to you. Maybe I'm even having a conversation with you and you have absolutely no idea that I'm having a panic attack. So a lot of the times anxiety looks like absolutely nothing. But for me, this is sometimes what my anxiety looks like. I was thinking about it earlier today, and there are like 4 tics that I have had / developed / done a lot throughout the year. The first one was leg shaking. I shouldn't say was, because I still do it sometimes, but I don't do it as wildly as I did it before. When I would get anxious, I would be shaking my leg like crazy all the time, 24/7, just wherever I was. If I was at home laying in my bed, I'd be like shaking my foot side to side if I couldn't be like, you know, compulsively like shaking my leg. It made me look very strange. A lot of these things make me look very strange. I'm super aware of that. There was like a pivotal point this year when I sort of collapsed in on myself, and even though this entire year has been quite a disaster, there was a specific period of time where I like just caved in and just like couldn't anything. So at that time was when my leg shaking was like pretty out of control, and I looked really, really, really strange. I couldn't sit still. I would just like, you know, looked like I was tweaking or something, and I wasn't. I was just anxious, you know? I don't do that one quite as much anymore, but yeah, it was definitely quite an adventure while I did it. So unfortunately, all of these things draw attention to me, which is not what I want when I'm anxious. Anyway, so yeah, leg shaking, just because a lot of the times, like, my anxiety and panic attacks and stuff, like, there's just adrenaline pumping through me all the time, specifically when I panic. It's just like so much adrenaline, so if I have to be somewhere where I'm sitting still, I would just be like, you know, shaking my leg, kind of trying to get that out. I'm probably not explaining this very well. The second tic is biting my nails. I'm slowly getting better at this one. I bit my nails as a kid growing up, and then, I don't know, at some point I stopped, and then my anxiety got really bad, and I started biting my nails constantly into nothingness. I don't know, when you're just like biting your nails and shaking, it just looks really strange. It's not a great look if you don't want attention on yourself. Yeah, so I would bite my nails all the time. I still do that sometimes. I'm trying to get a lot better about it. Fake nails, if anybody was wondering, is really helpful to stop biting your nails, because like you can't. But yeah, so I'm trying to kind of like get through that and whatever. But yeah, when I would be really anxious, I would be biting my nails, and I still will sometimes. So the third one is a newer one to me, and it's playing with my hair. I've honestly just kind of started doing it. I do it a lot now, whether or not I'm anxious, but when I'm anxious, I'm like definitely doing it. A lot of the times too, I'll like kind of hold it and like grab it in the back of my head like this. I don't know why. It just kind of like, just to do something, I guess, to kind of channel that energy into something. I don't know. It's just a thing that I do. So now I play with my hair all the time, which is fine. But yeah, I'll do, that's the motion. See, I'll just kind of like put it back and like zhuzh it a little bit, and then whatever. I don't know. That's a new thing. That one's not always because of anxiety. It's really just become a habit. But when I'm anxious, I will be doing this a lot, and I'll be like grabbing it. That's kind of the differentiator. I'm like grabbing the back of my head, and I'm like, ugh. Because, you know, when you're in public going just like, ugh, doesn't really look the most normal. My fourth tic is head shaking. This one I feel like is the most telling and the one that makes me stand out the most. Because unless you're with me for like a really long period of time, you're probably not gonna notice that I'm shaking my leg all day long. But the head shake is one that's just not like something that people do. Like all of the other ones are things that people do. I would just like really do them a lot and in a very like extreme kind of way, I guess. But the head shakes are my least favorite one because it's very, very telling. Like people don't just walk around and go like, you know, you don't just do that. But that is one that I have. I do it a lot. When my anxiety gets really bad, I'll do it like a few times in a row. The reason that I do that one is just because like I'm starting to get anxious and I can feel it, and I'm like, nope, 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 don't want that, nope, get out, nope. That's kind of what that is. The other ones are really just about like doing something to put that adrenaline or that energy into doing something. The head shake is really just me like, nope. So the head shake, I don't even like want to do it. I'm like stressed out. So the head shake will be, you know, I'll just kind of be sitting there and I'll just go. And I try to not draw attention. Like I'm not gonna look at you and go. I try not to, at least. I really try to like divert and like look down while I do my hair and kind of shake, or just like while you're looking away or something, I'll just go. something like that. But that, yeah, that's my least favorite one because I feel like it's just the most noticeable. Like if you're biting your nails, okay. If you're shaking your leg, okay. You're playing with your hair, okay. But like you're shaking your head like that, especially if I have to do it like a few times in a row or something, it's just not something that people regularly do. So I feel like that is the most telling one that I have and that I do. And those are all my anxiety tics, at least to date. I could get new things, they could change, who knows. Like I said, I have kind of gone like through waves of them. The please don't. The leg shake one was really bad for probably like 3 to 6 months maybe. The nail biting, probably like 6 months. The hair thing, like I said, is new. The head shake, I don't know how long I've been doing that. At first, I think I would only do it when it got really bad. So if I was at home having a panic attack and it would be really bad, I'd just be like, you know, as people do normally, because that's a thing. But as far as it just like when I get anxious doing it as kind of like a reaction, I don't know how long that's been. I actually don't know. Probably like a few months, maybe a couple months. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, so those are my anxiety tics. If anybody was wondering, those are some of my tells, I guess, and just some things that make me somehow feel a little bit better when I'm anxious. I don't know why, it's just kind of like my natural reaction to being anxious. Like I said, these are simply my tics. These are only my things. This is not like a symptom of anxiety or panic disorder list. That is not a thing. These are things that I do in reaction to my anxiety and panic disorder. It has nothing to do with anybody else. These are my own personal things. They don't even make sense. So it just kind of is what it is. As I said before, mental illness does not look like anything. It is not any one thing. Like anybody who looks like anything can have anything. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just please don't watch this and then see somebody shaking their leg and be like, oh, I bet they're really anxious right now. Like that doesn't mean that they're anxious at all, period. Even if I'm shaking my leg, I might not even be anxious. Sometimes it's in reaction. Sometimes I'm just mindlessly doing it. So yeah, just please listen to that disclaimer, take it for what it is, which is my own personal experience, and that is it. But that is the end of this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you did, I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.